that should do it. Hey guys! Hey! How you doing? Hey! Hi! It's me, it's Tech. How you doing? I just noticed I left my remote outside. Fuck. An absolutely fantastic start to this fucking finale. Alright. Check 1, 2, check. Give me a second to clean everything up. Alright. It's only slightly embarrassing. Everything. Yeah. How you guys doing? I don't remember what's left. But if whatever's left isn't like enough for like a full, the full episode, I guess. I mean, I can always talk about the remake that's coming out. That's really exciting. It's a really exciting time to be a Fate fan. Or even Nasiverse in general fan. And I'd expound on that, but we have other things to be doing. So, unless I think of anything else, I'm actually gonna lower myself here a little bit. That should be fine. Do that. Let me get a little bit closer. And we're in there. Yeah, the Holy Grail War end. We'll see how. Wow, 34 hours. Interesting. We'll see how long this takes us. Chimes announced the closing curtain. Whose awakening was it? Hung out for a full, 16 hours? After winning the fight, I returned to the now lifeless school. Almost all the people are gone. I'm the only master. I'm the last living human in this tournament. If human is the right word. Even all the NPCs that used to be here are now gone. There's no more use for them. The Holy Grail War ends here. Only the master and servant who won the Holy Grail War remained. Plus, one system anomaly. In any case, the path to the Holy Grail will open for the winner. Where is that gonna be? While thinking about how annoying looking for that would be, congratulations. You have crushed the dreams of all the other mages. That is to say, you have won. The Holy Grail War ends here. The voice echoes through the speakers. It's a voice I've heard before. It was the voice I've heard when I met my servant at the very end of the preliminaries. It's the guide created by the Holy Grail War system. It must be based on a real person too. The path to the Holy Grail is open to you, Victor. Pass through the door to the battlefield once more. I still don't have any answers. Maybe they'll come when I get to the Holy Grail. Okay. Can I go talk to Caster for a second? Yes. Yes, I can. Hey, Caster. You excited about the room upgrade? I've seen it. It's great. So how are you doing? So you managed to survive this long. Huh? Am I moving so gloomy? No. No. Bad cute fox girl. Tamamo is always bright and cheerful. Right. We should get going soon. We're only one step away from the Holy Grail of Desire. Let's go get it. Is that what it's called? I don't think it's ever been addressed that way. But before that, I suggest that you be totally prepared. After all, who knows what's going to happen next? Right. It's not really worth it to say, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's get out of here, I guess. They said all the NPCs are gone, right? Looks to be. Let's go check on Rin. See if she's still around. Oh, Rin! You're not here. Okay, cool. Issei's not here either, but I really wasn't expecting him to be. Oh, hey, man. Oh, hey, it's Rin. There you are. Well, let's go. We've come this far. Let's see through to the end. She seems to see no problem with coming with me. I'm not going to object. She's good to have along. Hold on. I need to talk to this guy here. Hi. Aren't you the eager student, even though you no longer have need of a teacher? Or are you that fond of me? No, I'm not. In fact, I'm pretty done with this bitter priest. But, like it or not, he's always been instrumental to my training and advancement. Even though he's nothing more than an AI, I kind of wanted to say goodbye. You're a good student. Very well. Goodbye. Let me offer some final advice. It is not brief, but the Holy Grail will be gone. Advice? What advice could the father have now that the fighting's over? This isn't to guide you through a fight, but to enlighten you about what you will receive shortly. It may be fairly late in the game to ask this, but what do you know of the Holy Grail? Oops, shit, what's happening? Hello? I already know the basics to it. It's a supercomputer within the moon meant to observe, also known as the Moon Cell Automaton. It is an archive that has recorded the history of Earth, or rather mankind, since antiquity. And mages fought to the death to determine ownership of it. That's good for starters. Still, you need to know a few more details. As the last master, you ought to know. That crystal is the Moon Cell. Only in the past century has it become called the Holy Grail. An all-purpose wishing machine. Who decided the Moon Cell would only observe, I wonder? Forcing other functions upon what is primarily an observation device is generally impossible there. But the all-seeing eye is lacking the rest of its head. Though all-seeing, the Moon Cell is not a god. It obeys the laws of physics like everything else. Such as the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Phenomena that are not observed do not exist. By the same token, all things that are seen must be seen. Even things that are not generally considered to exist. The Moon Cell is a very complete database. It records many ifs as well. With such operational power, the Moon Cell can both Euclidate the past and provide foresight. What you are heading towards is knowledge of the future, a place where every human wish and desire exists. A place to spy upon the future, on that terrible knowledge, much like what Laplace envisioned. By the way, if you don't know what that is, there's the thing of Laplace's angel? I don't remember. That's what it's called exactly? No, Laplace the demon. Laplace's angel is the song. It basically posits that the more powerful, I guess, a thing becomes, the more likely it is able to see the future, I think? If I remember? Something like that. The moon has no will of its own. Intelligence is a distortion of pure observation, after all. But If someone with a will could harness the moon cell, they could see all of their wishes granted. The validity of one's motives, or even the very presence of motive, is inconsequential. All that matters is that the winner of the Holy Grail War is strong. Just strength. An amoral priest like Kodamine would reduce human struggle to that. Does the moon cell, the Holy Grail, desire strength? Or is that the conclusion reached by whoever created this priest? And that is all. Did it help? What all of you have been crawling over is nothing more than the moon cell's surface. Go forth, reigning master. Deep in the moon, the ring of fire awaits your answer. I will wait in front of the arena. If you find it hard to leave the moon cell, come find me. Okay. There's also like a hidden extra boss around here. I don't know if we already missed the chance to fight it, or if I didn't like unlock the conditions to. That also might be something that we do if this isn't, satisfactory length. Y'all are still here? What the fuck? Your fight's over? I see. So it's to be an exchange of info? Aren't you the perceptive one? Okay. How are you doing? Do I still need to do alterations? I don't have enough points for it. Weird. Do you have anything to say, not Sakura? Congratulations. It made me very happy that you kept coming to see me throughout the Grail War, even if I didn't have much of a presence in the game. But if that's the role the moon cell wished for me, it would be silly to complain. Ha 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 ha. Alright, my parting gift to you will be a lunch. Please don't make that face. I haven't put anything strange into it. Alright then, I wish you the best of luck. Sakura's supreme lunch. Nice. Am I done now? Don't worry, not Sakura. You'll have a much bigger role in Triple C. That's coming soon, too, by the way. Probably next week. Totally heal servant, heal status effects. Mostly. Oh, okay. Interesting. Good to have, I suppose. If they're giving me the full run of the place, I might as well take a look around. It feels like they didn't even bother to like change the lighting in game. They just put like a blue filter over everything. Yeah, nothing. Alright. Unless there's something over here. I may just look at it. Oh, hey, what's up, Cody? The Grail War has ended and all that remains is to persist and only realize when I arrive something's taking place that we do not understand. There's no reason for the system NPC to know anything more. Although that preparation should be done. Shop and church will be used, we'll go field it. No more training. Really? You no longer have to observe the 6-day prep period. Come and go as you please. So will you go into the arena? Not right now. I see. If you feel you're ready, go forth and deliver. I kind of do feel like I'm ready. Especially since I don't need to observe the 6-day whatever the fuck. I already saved, so there's really no reason for me not to. Alright. Let's go. The entrance to the battlegrounds is still the same dreary elevator. This same elevator travels to the arena, but the display indicates a much greater depth. Once I'm inside, the doors close heavily and the rectangular box begins to move. Alright, Rin. Let's see where this takes us. And how long we're going to be there. This is an interesting track. Some of that looked almost familiar.
ついにここまでたどり着きましたね。あの選定の場から今まで本当に楽しかった。あの時は白状しちゃいますと、最後まで残るのは無理だろうなって思ってました。本気でお守りしていましたけど、私英霊だと弱い方なので。でも悪霊のカテゴリーなら本気で最強なんですよ。ええ、これまでの相手なんて指先一つで片付けられます。でもご主人様、いえ、あなたがマスターになってくれてよかった。最後かもしれないのでお礼を言います。賜物前という名前のまま私を英霊として育ててくれてありがとう。今までただの一人も私をここまで信頼してくれた人間はいませんでした。そしてマスターの戦いもこれで終わり。私は一つあなたに隠し事をしています。もう気づいているとは思いますけど、私はある魔術師に刺激されてこの聖杯戦争に参加したことがあるんです。その人もマスターと同じくらい弱っちい新米で才能はあったんですけど、優しすぎて戦いに向いていなかったんです。何度も殺されて、その度に初めからやり直して。
You can do that?
おかしいですよね。マスターもあの人も始まりは同じだったのに、どうしてこんなに違ってしまったんでしょう。でもそれも終わり。持たざる者、戦いによって成長した人間の答えがこの先にあります。行きましょう、我が主。どうかあなたの手で答えてほしい。あなたたちの繁栄に1000年をかけただけの価値はあったのだと。
Is that it? Did I hit like a trigger? It felt like she was not done talking. Also, I did not know you can like walk like that. Interesting. I hate when I'm like walking. It's so annoying. I hate when I'm walking like this and like they're talking, but like it didn't enough that like you can get them cut off if you're going too at a consistent speed. It's so annoying. And then you're just left in the silence here after waiting for it all to process. I probably didn't need to wait. Oop. We're getting more dialogue. Yeah. We're on a treadmill. Woof. Hey, if you're watching the VOD, you could probably like speed this up at 1.7 at least. This feels like it's gonna be a while with a very little change. Dream Watchers, you're stuck here with me. Together! Hey, where'd that light go? Oop. Now we're building something. Cool, cool. Now I just wish I hadn't... This feels like actually one of the few times where it's like, no, you can keep going, and you're not gonna hit the end before they finish talking. Ooh. That must be the moon cell phone. The moon cell automaton. This looks like an arena. Oop. Okay. Oh hey, Rin's here too. She wasn't earlier. Place is very those pillars or coffins or what you sitting on there? It's an incredibly vast room. Actually, a space so cavernous could hardly be called a room. It's also strangely barren, save for the alien object that dominates the center of the space. It resembles a giant floating eye, if you say so, man. Though it doesn't seem threatening, it is still somewhat disconcerting. The artifact of an alien civilization. The reason for its creation is beyond human comprehension. The core of the moon cell, and the base of the seraph, the holy grail of the seven heavens, responsible for creating the seven seas. And the space where the holy grail is enshrined, I can feel a sense of discord and dissonance. In front of the holy grail is a jumble of skewed stone pillars, okay, which only adds to the tumultuous atmosphere. On top of the pile of stone sits the lone figure of a man. He looks to be in his late 20s, at most. His expression is blank, although he's enough to be totally unmemorable. But as an NPC, he doesn't need to make it.
Yeah, 待っていたよ。おめでとう。君が聖杯戦争の勝者だ。
Hey Hakuno, I've been waiting for you. Congratulations, by the way. You have won the Holy Grail War.
祝祭の一つでもあげたかったが、あいにくここにはそんな機能はなくてね。
I'd love to have a celebration in your honor, but unfortunately this place doesn't allow for that sort of thing.
勝ち抜いた甲斐はないだろうが、私からの拍手だけで勘弁してくれ。
Well, it might not be worth what you had to do to survive this far. You'll have to make do with my
でも
applause.
これだけは言える。私は誰よりも君を認め、君を称え、君を誇りに思っている。
But allow me to say this. I approve, praise, and I'm proud of you more than I have been of anyone
君
else.
こそが幾度も繰り返された聖杯戦争の中で最も素晴らしいマスターなのだと。
Throughout the numerous repetitions of the Holy Grail War, you are, by far, the most extraordinary master. While he seems friendly, there's something more dangerous about him than any of my other opponents. It's a feeling of nothingness. There's something very strange about the man in front of me. And Gaster doesn't seem to like it. Be careful, Master. What? I mean, that man has a servant with him. Who's that? Gaster. It's been a while, hasn't it? I see. This is who you serve now. Now I understand why I couldn't see anything about their servant's data. You were jamming my signal. Mama stares at the man with a look of disgust on her face. Her melancholy is shocking in its intensity. Don't worry about me, Master. It's all in the past now. This person here right now is... Yeah, I'm not the person I was then. You, who saved me when I was weak. You know nothing to me. Because now... I mean, never do serve now. It seems fate has a sense of humor. As I prayed for salvation, I was given an oddly appropriate servant. At the same time he mentions his servant, I can feel Rin tense up as she shoots a glare in his direction. Watch out, Hakuno. This guy isn't an NPC. He's a master. But why would a master be here? The war's over. The only master left standing should be you. Well, to be absolutely accurate, you could just as easily say that you're a master who shouldn't be here too. How can a master who was defeated still be alive and present in this place? I must look into this later. Well, that's an issue for another day. At least one rule will still be enforced. Only one master may leave. And unfortunately, you are the one who will disappear. I advise you to enjoy what little time you have left. Now that's settled. Pretty sure the question in your mind is, what are you, right? Pertinent question, worthy of an answer. Of course, I am both an NPC and a master. To be more accurate, I should say, I was. Was? You mean you became a master after being an NPC? That's... She briefly glances my way, her eyes wide with shock. I suppose a more thorough explanation is necessary. The story's kind of long. Please bear with me. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Twice H. Peaceman. But please, just call me Twice. Twice? I thought you being a cyber ghost was just an urban legend. But to think it's actually true... Everything I've learned about you paints you as a person who hated war and was dedicated to saving lives. This massacre... You of all people should detest this war. But considering how you are now, it's... So that's how history sees me. That I detested war. That part is definitely true. I hate war, and will not tolerate its existence in any form. Not even the Harways are exempt from this fact. However, that truth only scratches the surface of my beliefs. Much like the moon sun, it seems that a single well-known function has erroneously defined my true ideals. It began when I was a student and obsessed with the history of humanity. I will never forget the many shocking realizations I received during the course of my studies. The betrayals that make up history, combined with severe shell shock, gave him an abnormal hatred of war. Allow me to clarify. By him I mean Twice Peaceman, and he was, in fact, incredibly ill. When he saw any image depicting war, he was overcome with an overwhelming panic attacks. It was almost as if he would get severe heart palpitations and his blood pressure would skyrocket. From that day, he, me, was consumed with an unease that became almost painful in its intensity. Even after becoming a scientist, he still risked death to save others because of that unbearable pain. That's the whole of it. What drove him during his time in the mortal coil was not a sense of righteousness. What drove me was one simple question. Why was I the only one who seemed to hate war? As I said, Twice was ill. There was no reason for him to risk his life so foolishly on the battlefield. Why did I involve myself in war? Was it to understand it better? Especially considering the effect war had on me? While I was struggling with those questions, my mortal self still irrationally kept going into battle. And in the year 1999, a horrible neurological disease broke out in the city located in the Far East. This is called by a neurological disease? Based on the available evidence, the cause of the outbreak was his biological weapon created by terrorists. Twice was called to the city to treat the victims of the attack, when he was caught in a major attack himself. According to records made available to the public, the death toll was set at 5,000 people. The moon cell puts the real count at 8,200. As you can see, the government had underreported the number a tad. I can see the exhaustion in his eyes. He seems to think this story is no more than an amusing anecdote. Although it's hard to tell if he's amused by the government's possible cunning or total incompetence. Anyway, that's when the person I patterned after died. Twice ended up one of those 8,200. Something's strange. I remember seeing the place where he died, as if I too was one of those many victims. I can recall the sight of buildings set aflame. But when I was Twice, it was a scene I had experienced before. It was then that the mortal Twice, the person I was, recaptured the repressed memories of his childhood. In the 1970s, there was a clash of ethnic groups, arranged by major powers as a war by proxy. Twice was orphaned in the conflict. The place I remembered was hell. Everything around me was collapsing. Everything fell without a sense of morality, and without any acknowledgement of the value of life. And there lies its brilliance. The young Twice must have concluded that life itself was truly a miracle. All that remained of that epiphany, I've already told you. Anyway, Twice was adopted and became a doctor. And though I tried to forget the past, that one fundamental truth was forever burned into my soul. Twice despised war more than it became and it became his intent to kill war itself. I got involved in war in order to end it. However, at the core of my very being wasn't the denial of the meaning of war. It wasn't that at all. Twice had seen many battlefields, a never-ending hell. The horrific evil perpetuated by humanity. A group of soldiers made to fight against an army many times their size. It was far more experienced and supplied. Forced to flee from guerrillas, a girl of 5 travels on foot through a jungle that few could only hope to survive. Innocent victims of violence who rebuilt their village and their lives without help from anyone. I find that odd. Even though I hated war, I saw a great deal of strength emerge from the conflicts I witnessed. Now that I think about it, the mortal me was the same. All of Twice's great works were born of war. The many revelations, the uncounted number of rescues. None would have happened without the hell as war. All the mortal me really did was bring back a number of things from the depths of hell. And in the end, I was a victim of a terrorist attack. But as I was dying, it all came back to me. I saw the burned fields of my home, called the tenacity that helped me go on, even as everyone else died. Yes, 3 seconds before my heart stopped, I finally received an answer to my question. It was never denial. What drove that Twice repeatedly into hell was because I, who eventually fell victim to violence, could no longer consider war the ultimate folly of mankind. Nothing can be hidden from the moon's south, and it includes all it observes, including my final thoughts. As time went on, I was reborn as an NPC based on the records of my mortal life. It was like any other NPC here. They may appear human, but nothing more than puppets playing assigned roles. I was the same, however. You managed to gain self-awareness. But how? And why? Maybe interacting with so many masters combined with my skills as a spirit hacker pushed me into consciousness. More likely, it was an anomaly, born from a single, near impossibility. How it happened, I cannot say. However, once I gained true consciousness, the only thing I could do was act as Twice Peaceman would. The dream that I saw as I died, the ideal that existed only in my mind, I now exist only to make it a reality. So what was the dream that the mortal Twice saw as he died? Endless war, of course. To see mankind engage in a grand war of mutual extinction. He says the last statement in a matter-of-fact tone. There's no hint of insanity visible in his eyes. Naturally, and with obvious sincerity, he can somehow utter such a statement of absolute madness. The future has been corrupted. That is the conclusion I've come to after studying the Moon Cell's records. Anyone with a brain can see that the world is doomed. Humankind has long since passed its adolescent stage. Man was still maturing in the 1900s. A balance was struck between penury and prosperity, but it didn't last. The period of immaturity ended, and the golden age that should have followed never occurred. You do realize this, right? What has happened to the planet and its people should never have come to be. The spirit of mankind has stagnated, just as the world has. The future is rotting away like overripe fruit. When that fruit should be at its best, it has fallen to the ground. It's not the way history should be. That is how Rin Leo described the world. A place of peace, stupefying stagnation, and entropy. But is war really the answer? Because it is the most efficient way for mankind to progress. Stability and stasis only act to preserve a species. If the object of modern man is merely survival, then there is no reason for them to exist. In my previous life, a great many lives and resources were consumed for the sake of convenience. Why? What was the need for such prosperity? Prosperity is just an illusion and exists only for its own sake. I expect that you agree with me. Humans are capricious creatures that must feed on dreams to evolve. The preliminaries illustrate this truth. In an artificial peace, ignorant aggressors revel in idleness. Humans can only mature after breaking free from their idleness. That seems to be the case for you. And now, ideologies are based on the detritus of an ignoble and forgotten past. That lost can't be overcome. We cannot allow such ideas to become the foundation of the next epoch of human civilization. Don't you agree? If the future isn't worth the suffering of the past, that would make a man mere murderers. For the humans who lived in the distant past, the future that man is now planning cannot be accepted. The future that will be is a mistake. Humanity has not spent countless lives with the society that is to come. But we cannot reverse time. Since going back is impossible, there is no choice but to move forward. With that in mind, we will recreate the wars of the past and revise the history of the last 100 years. By having everyone fight in a war of survival, mankind's consciousness will be forced onto the correct path. My wish has become a firm conviction. As the winner of the Holy Grail War, your existence is proof of that.
How again? Hold up a sec, what in the hell is that supposed to mean?
Rin looks at me with flames in her eyes as if demanding an explanation, but I'm just as in the dark as she is. Originally, the Holy Grail War was a way for the Moon Cell to gather data. It didn't even have a name at first. The Moon Cell only wanted the best data samples. Having a war of survival was a good way to separate the chaff. However, up until now, the mages who came here made excuses for their actions, still killed, then fled. Truly an atrocity, wouldn't you say? Until I won, this world was buried under a mountain of corpses. After all, being an NPC, I get the luxury of continuing on even if I die. I watched their fights as an NPC, and when I became conscious, I fought battles of my own, weak though I was. After several dozen fights, I finally reached this elevated seat. After that, my story becomes simpler, manipulating the rules of this place. I created the Holy Grail War. A battle of survival from which only a single person may emerge victorious. I remade this world into a place where the limits of human potential can be pushed beyond one's imagination. And then you appeared, the weakest master in the tournament. You managed to defeat the king of the world. You were totally unsuited for this ordeal in the beginning, just as I was. As a nameless figure drawn from masses, you become one in whose hands rests the fate of the world. Your soul has been tempered by crisis and conflict. Your new strength is a testament to the potential of man. When mankind reaches the heights you have, they will move forward, clearing a path for those yet to come. Now, it is time for you to claim the Grail for your own. You've earned the right to show the world the true path. Shout out, so that all can hear you say the war is necessary. That humanity can and must evolve quickly. Just input this one little phrase into the Moon Cell. Don't stop. After that, you can do whatever you wish. Whether you become a king or a god is up to you. You have my blessings as your choice will bring endless war. The wounds suffered by humanity after losing countless lives and endless conflicts run deep. And if the only reward for such suffering is stagnation, then humanity deserves to be cast into a new void. Some sacrifices cannot go unheeded. Mankind must be inflicted with wounds that they'll never forget.
I actually understand where you're coming from.
As I remain paralyzed by doubt, Rin begins to speak, her apparent calm belied by the heat in her eyes.
Your story was interesting, but it left one question unanswered. It's about you winning the war in the past. You never once mentioned making a wish in the Holy Grail. Why? Why have him make your wish for you?
An excellent question. The answer is I can't. If I touched the Holy Grail, my wish would be rejected. According to the Moon Cell, my existence is considered nothing more than a regular data stream.
I can fool the low-level processes, but if I access the core, I've been seen as an NPC. I'd be seen as an NPC and immediately deleted. My victories would mean nothing. I need a legitimate master, someone who can make my wish a reality. Anomalous data would be deleted. What emotion did her words express? Mumbling sounded very much like a dejected sigh. So she can't give her own wish a shot. The girl beside me shuts her eyes for a moment, and then directs her gaze at Twice, as if to deny the obvious. That's why I've stopped here. I've been waiting for years at the gate to the core, awaiting one I deem worthy. Upon reflection, I wasted a great deal of time. I was able to plant the seeds of war on Earth from here by manipulating and manufacturing information. But it was a case of too little, too late. Also, my methods were unreliable and on too small of a scale. Instances of terrorism and violence have skyrocketed recently. So you're the cause of it all. With full access to the moon cell's records and my ability to divide the future, I can bring about Armageddon. Of course, I don't intend for everyone to die. I simply wish to instigate a war that anyone can survive. You can see it through the gate. There lies the moon's core, an object made from the purest photonic crystal. The results of the simulations of Earth's future run by the moon cell are stored as light within the core. The one who reaches the core has the right to choose the course of the future from infinite possibilities. I'm sure you understand now. Whoever claims the moon cell can manipulate reality as they see fit. This object, which envisioned an infinite number of possible futures, can reshape the fabric of reality. If what he says is true, then the Holy Grail could accurately be considered the mind and will of God. Nothing is impossible. It is truly an object of unimaginable power with infinite possibilities. Yes, you do understand. It has many other names. The Photonic Abyss, Angelica Cage. Take your pick. You have earned the right to claim it as your own. Now, please proceed. Unleash the perfect storm upon the world. To undo the live stability, rewrite history, as I have said. Twice looks in my direction, an expression of earnest confidence reflected on his face. Almost as if he's sure that I share his belief that war is the answer. This man, while despising war and violence, could not ignore the immediate results that war brings. This supposed comrade, who gained strength through fighting much like I did, plays a path for me. However, the dead belong to the past. Only those I care about matter to me. I didn't come here to wish for death. I know that war isn't the answer. I can't honestly say he's wrong. These are pretty good, actually, in the wrong ways. Maybe in their own context, each of them is individually correct. This one is actually pretty... It's not wrong, but it's also not correct. Anyway, the dead only belong to the past. You and me, bro, we are long since past, man. I cannot accept Twice's view of the future, no matter how logical it seems on the surface. After speaking with Rin and Liao, after all the fighting, I realized that even in a stagnant world, there are still those striving for change. The world belongs to the living. Mere shades of life like me and Twice have no right to the present or the future. You are a relic of the past, Twice Peaceman. You have no right to decide the future of the living. It's easy to pass judgment from afar, isolated from pain, but you're nothing but an echo of delusional malice. I'm aware of that, but it is reasonable to think that a chunk of data is... But is it reasonable to think a chunk of data is capable of malice? Twice mumbles to himself, either unaware of what Rin just said, or proud of the fact in some way. To be more honest, I do agree with you on several points. War is still a necessary evil. Weird to say, but okay. I do wonder, though, Twice Peaceman, who are the people you plan to save? If you plan on spending countless lives to fulfill a non-existent goal, you have become more than dead. You've forsaken your last vestiges of humanity and are mired only in depths of samsara, capable only of evil. Rin delivers the last thought with a sardonic smirk. Oh yes, and about the school setting used in the prelims, I have to say I really enjoyed my time there. Your conclusion is overly sentimental, don't you think? I expected that, but still, a bit more thought. Servant, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think I'm evil and should be eradicated? Are you seriously trying to win me over? Don't waste your breath. I'm wholly committed to my master. Caster's reaction is totally expected. It's a relief to see that whatever the situation, she is always herself. Master, to be honest, I don't really think too much about the consequences when I kill. Even before I was a servant, I killed untold numbers of people. I might hold the world record for murder. So, how do I put this? I don't want to say something ignorant like I'd kill for you. The person I knew is gone. That man from the past who hated war above all things has disappeared forever. And though I don't like thinking about it, if you were to fail, I'd never forgive the one who'd killed you. In this case, I must side with my master. No, I have to admit that you've always been right, master. You need to live your life as you think best, my dear master. And if anything happens, I'll deal with it. As for his servant, it may be on a totally different magnitude, but I will win. Her encouraging words erase any hesitation I had. All I can do now is trust to my feelings and move on. I don't understand. Unlike any other human, you are the embodiment of everything I believe in. That might seem to be the case, but even if we walk the same path, our feelings are completely opposite. I must have died in the same incident that took place. However, I learned a different lesson in my death. Sadly for you, you cannot escape. Only a single master may leave Mooncell once they've made it here. Once the participants have been reduced to one, permission is granted to leave the Seraph. This is one thing I cannot change. The Mooncell has made this rule a fundamental requirement for entry. In other words, there's still you and me. As long as both of us exist, neither can escape this place. There is no path open to you but the one that leads to the Holy Grail. And given your capricious nature, I can't relax yet. There's no guarantee your potential will shine through. The world has reached its limit as well. Soon it will be too late to overcome the stagnation of man. However, Vice Peaceman is wrong. If the Mooncell automatically erased irregular data, I can't go inside. Just like Twice, if I pass through the gate, I'll be eliminated. And if Twice somehow wins, we'll gain nothing. And in the end, no one's gonna win this fight. But even knowing that... I'm not big on brainwashing as it can end in self-destruction. But your spirit might support the process. It doesn't matter to me if you resist. If you want your wish to come true, you have to defeat me anyway. And such is the destiny. At the end of things, this is the conclusion we arrive at. Now then, it is time to bring this chapter in the Holy Grail War to a close. To the victor goes the spoils. That is the way of humanity. Something that'll never change. It is by fighting for one's life that a person's spirit will grow, become stronger. I may well be of a malevolent force in regards to man, but life is an endless cycle that'll never end. I have been bestowed this power not only to protect one person, but to preserve the whole. Look upon my works in despair, servant, for here comes my salvation, straight from Mooncell's records. Come, legendary... Fuck! Very last second. Come, heroic spirit of salvation. The answer to all. The sole entity to escape the agony of existence. It is for the purpose of creating the path mankind will follow to Automaton, and thus to enlightenment. Then I will come forth to grant salvation to all things and guide them with the might of my Vajra.
あれがあの人についた最後の答え。世界を救うなんて馬鹿げた考えの行き着く先だったんですね。
That's all he has to say. That his arrival will save the world, spouting gibberish the whole time.
でも倒さないと神様の助けとかもう時代遅れだし、何より私の新しい愛のために。
We have to defeat him. Although being saved by God is a tad cliche, but the power of my love will prevail.
あ、でも私ちょっと足を引っ張ることになっちゃうかもしれません。
One last thing. You may have a teensy disadvantage because of me.
助けてくださいね、ご主人様。私は守ることばっかりで、一度も守られたいとか思いませんでした。
So when the time comes, please help me. I've always protected others, so I never thought I'd need it
それ
myself.
が間違いだったんです。マスターとサーバントであっても手を取り合ってこその関係です。
Now I know better. And though we are master and servant, here we stand, hand in hand together.
ですからここは一つ今までで一番のラブ度を見せつけちゃいましょう。
So let's show these two the awesome power of our true love.
ええ、もう過去のことは吹っ切りました。今の私はご主人様一筋。もう他のことなんてどうでもいいんだから。
I have escaped the shackles of my past and am now one of my dear master. Nothing else matters. Nothing! The words of my servant served to encourage me, and in the end, Vice was right about one thing. There are some things that conflict can help grow. And the most important to me is the bond that now exists between me and my servant. Regardless of the strength of the enemy or the consequences failure will have on the future, I won't back down. I will face this one last battle with the one who has been by my side from the beginning of has been with me from the beginning by my side. Oop, here we go. Ooh. Don't worry about that.
この戦いをもって
The singular
私の聖杯戦
savior
争は完
servant.
結する。
He has a special mechanic. I don't remember what it is. Yeah, savior.
最後の力を。
来なさい、最弱のサーバントよ。彼同様、君の健闘もまた私には誇らしい。
I'm gonna assume that first one is not a direct attack and is just a buff. Hopefully. Fire level there, you. And then we're gonna do. Hopefully everything will turn out alright. Yep.
あなたはまだ食わせてもらいますよ。よく燃えますね。
Alright, we still got. It's not a bad amount of health, but it's workable. You can do this. I also just realized now that I could probably have what is it? A merciful sky to it? We'll see.
あの力、思い知ってた。
I'm gonna assume and hope that that's one of those. And that. And then an MP heal. And then another merciful. That's spirit path. And then a merciful sky. Hopefully that is that. There. And go. Sunyata. That's a direct attack, isn't it? Ouch. Alright. Noted.
当然よ、砕け。
Nice. Ah, shit. Everything's out of whack now. Which means I'm gonna get hit by this next one. Yep. Ah, he healed off of that. Dickhead. Nice, nice. Uh-huh. I probably need that. Okay, so first we are going to... How much halfway? How many elixirs do we have? Just 2. Well, hold off on that. In the meantime, can do is this, and then a photic cave, because that's probably what that's going to be. Fiery heaven, frigid. Ooh, actually, hold on. Ah, shit. Because item first and then attack, so I can't really do that. Okay, never mind. Fiery, frigid, there. Ether. Ooh, shit, that's not as full as I was hoping that was going to be. Eep. Alright. Hit me with it. Damn it. Something defensive. Guard. Something tells me these are all going to be guard. Ooh, Ducka, Samu. Ow! Oh, fuck. Okay. Ouch. I think that would have hit me like full hop. Jesus. Yes. Wow. Okay, next time we retry, I'm gonna do it my normal way, because it skips over a lot of that preamble. I think he also says something about the Holy Grail. I don't know enough Japanese to say for sure. And then another one. And then that. And then that. Using as much of those as I can. Yep. Yep. Just nice to have the buff up as when I can. If it... Oh, fuck. What the fuck? That wasn't supposed to happen. If it takes me... If I fail, like, 2 or 3 more times, I'm gonna go back and put my... What the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. I'm gonna put my the right Mystic Coat on. I put a cave, because I know that one's gonna be that. Recover. Are they all gonna be the same, I wonder? Sunyata, he does his attack, yeah. Let's see how much this lowers it by. A good amount. And we're good. I probably could have used something else to do. Yep. Another Frigid Heaven. It should stun him. Okay, it wasn't stunning earlier, and I was very concerned. And then a Fiery. He's going to take his full force. Yes, yes. Did test with stuns. It did not. He's probably going for a break then. And then a Frigid Heaven. Which did stun, yes. This next one's going to be a buff. Yep. So we'll do our own buff and then hit him with that. I think... shit. You know what? Hold on. Break, and then merciful, and then a break. Break. Merciful. Break. Go. Samadhi. Oh shit! Wasn't this the time he did that one thing that one shot me? Eee. Yeah, Dukkha Samudaya. Ah! That's not the heal we need right now, but okay. Ah! Get stunned. Fuckhead. I'm sorry, but okay. Understood. I do wonder. How far does that go? I wonder. Is that just any attack? Like, okay. I'm gonna do Spirit Theft. Okay. This isn't gonna be the anchor point, because I do want to make good on that other thing that I said, but I do want to just fool around with this one thing. That. And there. And then if we do like, I don't know, a photo cave here. Break. Interesting. Interesting. See, that's what I thought that other buff was about, but I guess I guess it's just straight on. He hangs at the cut for a little bit. Oop, shit! He's doing something else. Which is that? Oh, you see all my skills? Fuck that. That's fine. I think. Yep, can't use skills. I don't know what'll happen if I try and use skills. But we're gonna work off the information that's not good. I don't want that to happen. Let's say you. Dukkha. Sunyata. Shit. I like that. Probably as good as you're gonna get. Eep. Eep. Fuck. Okay. And clicky. One more, and then we swap off to our more offensive one. Look that he's like a little emaciated. That's nice. That's a good touch. Like, he still looks nice, but like he's got a little bit of that emaciation going on. Nope. You. And we're just gonna, we'll take it on the chin again. Spirit Theft. Yep. Just to get that one merciful sky in. Madhyama. I probably shouldn't go around trying to say that. I don't know how to pronounce properly. Yes. Yeah. Ow. Okay. Yeah, that was the plan. Keep that on the chin. If you remember right, there's going to be that. We'll do that. That. Into Merciful Sky. Into Chaos Heaven, because it's the only time we're going to get the full attack. That should be the break, so we'll do that, and then that. Yes. Suyata. It's only gonna do what, like 200? About. And the other kind of heal. Nice. I think that was fun. Merciful Sky, yes it was. I'm gonna take this on the chin. It's gonna stall because I don't like Chaos Heaven. Yep. There you go. Yes. Good. This leaves me things to consider. Do that, and then that. And then I think I'm going to hit him with one of these and an Aphotic Cave. I think that's what it is. And then great. Go. Samadhi. The crystal to heal. And Aphotic Cave. Ah, see? It's a counterattack. So if I don't do anything, then he can't do his thing. I thought so, because it played the animation of like you going to attack and then he does his thing. Codecast, so that's probably gonna be that. 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to hit another one of these. You wait. Shit. No, yeah, we'll keep that. You. I took off the heal. Shit. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to go hope that turns out well. I just wanted to have that extra, yeah. Plus, it gives me a lot of. No, it didn't, because I think. Well, damn it. Okay, fine. Yes. And then the Frigid Heaven. Then another one. Seal Skill. I wonder if I can guard that. Ah, okay, so that's what happens. It goes first and then it seals the skill and it doesn't go through it. Interesting. Here. We'll hit you with a recover. No. We'll hit it with a Fury thing. Because it's the same effect, but I don't have to use my magic. We'll save it for the MP heals, just to be safe. Get a guard, and then guard, break, attack, go. And just have to take whatever happens on the chin. Sunyata. This must be the shit. Hey, okay, never mind. Yes. Nice. Okay. We're living. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. There it went. There went my opportunity to do that. I just remembered about where is it? Sakura's lunges, which heals and also removes stat bot. Yeah. Next time. In the meantime, you to a fiery heaven, to a merciful sky. I don't know what the code cast is going to be, but I'm going to hope it won't be another seal. And then, you know what? I'll do a special lunge, just in case it is a seal. So what? That's that. Into a merciful sky, into a frigid heaven, into a fiery heaven. Yes. Yes. We're playing safe here. I knew it was gonna be another seal. So we don't get the merciful sky off, but we do get this the D spell, let's say. Fuck yourself twice. I hate you. Eep. This is getting closer, and I don't like that. I'm gonna do another skill. Don't know what it's going to be. See, Tarasa is pretty good right now, but I'm not quite sure we should. Leave with that. Into an photo cave. Probably shouldn't. Break. Merciful. Nope, that's spirit up. Merciful Sky into these. And can you just spirit up or do spirit up? Because they didn't get to do it last time. Nice, nice. Throw down in a photo cave. Thanks. Alright, that's fine. Cool. And the plan goes into motion. Yes. Into a merciful sky. Into a frigid heaven. He's gonna block it anyway. Hey! Ooh! Is that your health that I see? As a number? Hello. Alright. Ah! Interesting. So that's definitely going to be his weird counterattack attack. So how can we prep against it? First we're gonna do that. What's... Ooh, you know what, actually? No, because if I try to do it... The thought then becomes, if I do, like, a Merciful Sky then... Ooh, actually, maybe. Okay, yeah, okay. How do I open this then? Let's do that. I can also skip it entirely because I know that one's an attack and I can stun him from doing the other one. But I do kind of want him to. So I guess I'll do that. Into a Merciful Sky. Into a Fiery Heaven. To a Break. To attack. Go. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's not what I was expecting. Damn it. Well, ain't this a fine how do you do? Buddy, your countdown's not gonna make it, whatever it is. Here's the plan. We do that. Then we go for a Frigid Heaven to stun that out. I'm gonna do an MP heal so that I can heal more MP. While we're still low, a Land of Eternal Bane. Wait. No. A Merciful Sky, then a Land of Eternal Bane, then a Frigid Heaven, and then I'm gonna break. We'll do a Chaos Heaven because that doesn't work with break. Go. Playing with fire here, boys and girls. Especially since that very well could have been an attack. Whoopsie! Yeah. Can't wait to see that in HD. Frigid Heaven for the stun. Has a nice little MP heal. A Merciful Sky for the damage. The Land of Eternal Bane, baby! Hashtag get fucked. Ooh. Boy, you are not going to live to see the next round. Unless you have some sort of revive skill. Which I hope you don't. And then a Chaos Heaven. Goodbye, Savior. Oh, okay. Still not as hard as Lubu was. For me. I can hear the sounds of battle, and though I've been defeated many times, it's still painful all the same. Oh, hey, he's being deleted. But I have no regrets. Just as life isn't in the cycle, war too will endure. You approve of that. Twice, he even now still holds tightly to his beliefs, slowly begins to fade away, like all the others. But whether he's following his own rules, or those of the moon cell, I cannot say for sure. Go and touch the Holy Grail. You'll come to understand many things once you do. Wantingly consuming lives, thriving without a purpose. Our future blossoms like a flower by the roadside. Whether that turns out to be right or wrong, I would like for you to see and judge with your own eyes. If we were both truly righteous or not. Goodbye. And in an instant, I thought I saw something that was truly him, but it might have been just an illusion. Without any time to contemplate what was happening, Twice Peaceman passes into oblivion. His servant, too, will soon join him in the void. Will they? Without exception, all life will perish. All living things are trapped in a cycle of suffering and death. The one who sought enlightenment through strength and perseverance still is an untainted soul. But there is more than one path. Just as good and evil have value, the beauty of the world will endure. King of blood-drenched battle, in nirvana, let us witness the end of the world, for there lies your salvation. Well, that wasn't like the other ones. I feel like he left because he felt like he should. Anyway? With an expression much like his master's, the servant fades away like a flower, losing its petals. The only person to have escaped the cycle of suffering, seen by some as a savior of the spirit of humanity. I see now. He did not support Twice's ideals. Instead, he was showing compassion for the soul of the human, known as Twice Peaceman. Alright then, what should we do now? Rin asks her question in a brittle yet cheerful tone, trying to maintain her aloof attitude. And before you say anything, don't waste your time worrying about me. The moment I lost Lancer... No, the second I entered the Holy Grail War, I was prepared to... I tried to express my concern, but she only silently points to the gate in the middle of the room. Right. Her sound speaks volumes. As Twice said earlier, the moment that any anomalous data is detected in that dimension, it'll be deleted. She refrains from speaking as she is all too aware of the consequences to come. However, even if I am to be deleted, there should still be a small window of opportunity. Time enough to sneak in a modest wish. To extinguish the remaining fires of war Twice had set ablaze. Put an end to the senseless bloodshed of the Holy Grail War, once and for all. Oops, shit. Don't accidentally find... There it is, okay. The moon cell automaton, the very mind of God, it will seal away so that... I will seal it away so that no one will ever be able to access it ever again. And also to return her, the last true survivor, safely to her mortal existence. A number of wishes race through my mind, but I don't have the time to ask for them all. I can only ask for the most important of my desires. But any wish I make will be influenced by the experiences I gained fighting this war. I make my way to the Holy Grail, the object that is both bane and boon to the one fortunate enough to survive. My regret at not being the winning master has never been stronger than it is now. No matter how much I want to force the issue, since I'm not the victor, I cannot go near the Holy Grail. With one last sigh, she retreats into silence. I silently thank her for not making an already painful parting worse than it already is, and continue making my way to the gate. I then reach out to touch the Holy Grail, the very core of the moon cell. Well, I mean, I really hate what I'm about to say. It sounds like I'm making excuses for myself. But things could have ended worse. I probably would have lost it twice. Not due to lack of skill, but of heart. That's why I'm glad you're the one who made it to the end. I want you to know that I truly mean that. Thanks, Rin. It really does mean a lot. Before me stands the Holy Grail. I slowly extend my hand to the place it is, and place it on the core of the moon cell. I wonder if this needs an epilepsy warning. The instant I make contact with it, I'm drawn inside the Holy Grail. To be more accurate, I'm absorbed into it like water being absorbed by a sponge. In the short time before I'm erased from existence, my consciousness is immersed into the moon cell. I can see everything that exists within it. Every piece of information, every observation, every conclusion. The sheer volume of information and ideas stored in the moon cell forms an intricate collage that no human could decipher, though I sense a pattern. In fact, I can't say that Twice's interpretation of human history was, as recorded by the moon cell, was wrong. For war has always brought change. But in this day and age, humanity has mistaken stagnation for peace. And throughout it all, the moon cell continues to silently record what it sees, without ever taking action. After endlessly analyzing the data it records, it flies away from it. It files away its conclusions and resumes its role of voyeur. It is there on Earth that the whole of human existence is contained. Whatever triumphs and tragedies befall mankind and the world, the moon cell continues to silently observe and record. It is that strength, that force of existence, that Twice failed to see and understand. But now's not the time to become emotional. I have to tell the Holy Grail what my wish is. Input complete. I was able to enter my wish without a single mistake. I think. Now all there is for me to do is to wait until the end of my tenuous existence. However, oddly the time of my death doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Being one with the moon cell, I share its unique view of time where infinity can be contained within a single second. So even the briefest moment seems somewhat more drawn out than normal. But even if with that, it...
Huh, you're not being ripped into virtual shreds yet? Could that guy have been wrong?
I can hear my servant mutter into my ear. They aren't there in person, but as part of the Holy Grail. My guess is that my servant had somehow slipped unseen into the Grail at the same time I entered.
But of course, I'll stay by my master's side right up into and including the very end. I mean, what kind of horrible wife would I be if it didn't help my dear master perform their final duty? No matter how weak I will be, I'll continue to fight on until my body is turned to dust.
So that's what she's doing. With the additional presence, the time the moon cell needs to finish the elimination process is increased. She came here to help me one last time, no matter the cost to herself. Some things will never change. However, a delay this long can't be the result of my servant's presence. Something else must be going on. Since I'm connected to the moon cell, it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out what's going on. In what seems to be only a heartbeat, the whole of my consciousness arrives as one long data file.
This data is all about you, right? I mean, what does this term mean? Cryogenic storage.
The info in the data file concerns a patient with a fatal brain disease that affects memory retention. The only doctor familiar with the surgical procedure used to treat this disease died in a terrorist attack. ICH patient was my fucking doctor, oh my god. Until another surgeon could replicate the procedure, the patient was put into cryogenic storage. If there's a living human that shares my exact identity, then I may be more than random bits of data. That must be the reason why I'm still around. The moon cell needs more time to analyze this new information. But I'm sure that guy didn't come here as a mage. I'm just a copy of a person trapped in an endless dream. Whatever the case, my fate is almost assured. I'm sure that my time here is fast coming to an end. However, there remains enough time to send out one final message. It's Blonde Rin! Oh, we're done here. We're done here. Okay. Credits are rolling. It's a rush giggle. Ah. Is there music supposed to be? Oh.
何このデータ。あんた、本当は生きて。
What is this data? You're actually alive?
あ、いや、違うわね。これはあなたのモデルになったデータに過ぎない。今そこにいるあなたとイコールじゃない。
That's not quite right. This is just the data that you've been modeled after. This person isn't you.
でも、これもあなたなのよね。同じ心を、魂の形を持った。
But at the same time, it is you. This person has the same heart, spirit, and pattern of the soul.
そっか。同じ今を一緒に生きているんだ。
So, it turns out that you and I live in the same age after all.
いいわ。負けっぱなしは性に合わないし。こうなったら、何としても探し出してあげようじゃない。
Fair enough. I just like being the loser, and now that I know that you exist on the outside, I'll track you down.
それでまだ眠ってたら、叩き起こしてあげる。
And if you're still asleep when I do, I'll pound away on you until you wake up.
一発きっついのお見舞いすれば目も覚めるだろうし。
I'm pretty sure it'll only take one of my infamously violent outbursts to bring you back to reality.
まあ、できれば再会の場所は、どこかの学校の景色が綺麗な夕暮れの屋上で、とかが望ましいけど。
And if I can manage it all, I want our reunion to be on a rooftop, somewhere with a beautiful view.
それまで、ずっと待っていてね。約束するわ。きっとまた、あなたに会いに行く。
Until then, please wait for me. I will come and find you. I promise. That promise was both the boy that sleeps and the boy who begins to fade. That once she leaves this place, we will meet again. It is because of that promise that I can finally allow myself to be at peace. What a charming girl. Oh, there it goes. All right. Rats Eroica. Hero of Troubled Times. That's it, guys. Yeah, Junichi Suwabe. Always Archer. Always getting cast as him. Mugihito. Arani.
Monjigato. Berserker. Is that just what they're calling her though? Interesting. Oh, everyone's being known by their class name. Okay, never mind. That's it, guys. Oh yeah. Shiki's in this game, by the way. Shiki Ryogi. She's that bonus boss I was talking about. There's unfortunately enough time to make a full episode, so I'm not gonna go looking for her this time. But that's that, guys. So what'd you think? There's a lot in there that's like I can scratch at the surface for a little bit. Like I wouldn't be doing it like a full good service that it kind of not demands, but it asks of you. Like there's a lot of things that's like, hey, what constitutes like a good reason to keep on living? Like what is that? What's a bad reason to keep on living, really? And like who gets to say like what is real, let's say? Because everybody loved I'm forgetting their name. Hakuno. Everybody loved Hakuno. With like pretty good reason in my mind. But like they weren't real. Everything about them was technically fake. I mean, in the end, Rin was like, yeah, this person was like based on your personality, basically, but like, she still didn't know them really. They knew, I don't know. It's hard to like piece it together, but it's good. And there's also the obvious one of like, what's better, stagnation or peace? And are they possibly the same thing? And, you know, all that stuff. I don't feel like I'm like qualified to reach that topic, but you know, it's good to make you think, about it. So, obviously, if you're seeing this close to live, or anytime within the next, I don't know, let's say 5 years, there's a there's a remake for this game, either coming out or out now, if you're hearing this, which is just how leaving a recording works. I am big excited. It's supposed to come out, and all Fate fans who support us with enthusiasm, you're welcome. It feels nice. I will be playing that. We're gonna do a playthrough. Probably gonna do. So the exact details of the playthrough are kind of up in the air for me right now. I have thoughts about what I want to do based on the original work, Fate Stay Night. Yep. That was like the only other Fate work to exist at the time. I think there was probably some like fan stuff, like what is it? Hollow Atraxia is a fan disc. It's a whole fan project, which I'll talk about in Hollow Atraxia, but still. The only things in the Fate series, quote unquote, was Stay Night and this. Oh. I'm not sure I follow you. You're saying there's another you? I'm assuming that's a good thing? I leave the remote. But to me, you're the only master that matters. So another you wouldn't affect me one bit. If it'll make you feel better, I wouldn't mind serving that other master, but... For now, I'll just concentrate on being with you until the end, master. My servant's faith in me has always been unshakable this whole time. The devotion has been overwhelming at times, but right now, I'm really grateful for it. Although I'm relieved to know that there's another me out there, I'm sad that this me has to disappear. The dissolution of my current self has begun. Outside of the Holy Grail, Rin's voice begins to fade away. As what makes me is compressed into the smallest unit of illicit data, I think on my slumbering self. When he wakes up, his memory will be a blank page, with no friends or family to help or guide him. I wonder how that strange new world will appear to him. Nothing about the past will have any meaning. What am I saying? That's the only thing that'll be lost, then I'd be okay. Although I'll miss those I've met along the way, the world will still be here.
As long as the path before me remains, I will continue to walk it. There are no grades given for goals and wishes, no matter how small they may seem to others. As long as I keep moving forward, they will eventually come to fruition. As it is the desire for that wish to become reality that will keep you going until the very end. I have no worries. There will always be those who strive to change the world, those I care about. I will be able to live with them and eventually move forward into the future with them. I can't believe how promising and hopeful that future sounds. I can't wait for it to arrive. That's that. I'm expecting one last thing. Maybe? No. You can save your progress as cleared data. This data will carry certain items over into new game. Be careful not to accidentally overwrite this data. Yeah. What's at the very end? Is there like a very bottom? I need to go to the top to get the bottom. No. Gotta get up to get down. To the very first one. Hey. Really? I was expecting Castron has something to say about that, but okay, whatever. Anyway. So, when the remake comes out sometime next year, I believe, 2025. I don't think there was an exact date given, but it was say it was somewhere in 2025, which I'm excited for. We're definitely playing that. I don't know the exact details of the playthrough. I do know that I don't want to play Caster again. I like Caster, and I would like to see if they changed anything. So I'm going to be doing another playthrough, like personal, for that. But I'm thinking probably either Saber or Archer. Probably Archer. I started to do an Archer playthrough a couple years back, and then it stopped. Like before I even finished the first fight, I think. But now that we're getting like a revamped fighting system and like it's like a whole Slay the Spire type card system, and it's supposedly supposed to be really neato. I'm probably going. What I'm probably going to be doing is I'm probably going to be doing Lady Hakunon, with Archer, and I want to say Ronnie, but at the same time, I know Archer would probably appreciate it more if I went for Rin. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's like a future me problem. In the less future me, there's next week. So everybody get hype and get ready for Fate Extra Triple C coming next month. I actually have it here. If you can just excuse me for 1 second. Emulation stop. Oop, you can actually see that. Whoopsie. Don't distribute it. Don't do it. Copyright law. Honestly, because Fate Extra is getting like a whole big thingy, I'm actually hoping that they're gonna redo Triple C with like they're gonna redo, what is it? They're gonna do it as DLC or something. I hope so. That's what I'm hoping. Data install. What's that? It's disabled for the patched version of Trade Triple C. Provides no benefits because the game data is always loaded from the memory stick. Okay, never mind then. Interesting. But yeah, it's here. It works. There may be a shit. There may be a slightly different version of it coming, but it's gonna be shit. I should stop clicking. There's gonna be a slightly different version of it coming, but it's here and it works. And yeah, get excited for that. There's a unique servant for this one, so I'm going to be playing it with that in mind. But that's that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed going through Fate Extra as much as I did. Please look forward to... Okay, so a lot of the remakes are coming out either soon or already out, or like get guys, if you like the Fate franchise, or you never got into the Fate franchise and you've always been interested in getting into the Fate franchise, but you didn't want to do Grand Order, which is smart. You should only read the stories of Grand Order. Do not play it. This, particularly if you have like a prone to gambling addiction. There has never been a better time to try and get into Fate. Where do you start? The remake is coming out in 2 days. 2 days. You can go. It's supposedly it's only going to be like $20 to $30. That's totally affordable and a fucking great price for what you're gonna get from that. Go get it right now. That's how you start. It's a fucking 200-hour long visual novel, but it's still so fucking good, and you should totally get it. And beyond that, Fate Extra remake is coming out in like a year, and there's Mahoyo, and there's Witch on the Holy Night, and fucking everything is coming out. If you want to get into Fate, now is the best time. There's never been a better time. Things are getting translated. Go and apparently the aspect ratio for Stay Night that I read was like futzed with, and like it caused stuff to be cut off and stuff. In the remake, they made it. It's so good. Like I am not of the sorts to be able to like pitch this to you properly, but it's just go. And if you feel the way that I do about the Fate series, go and fucking buy everything. Show them that like yeah, the people in the West do actually care about getting this shit translated. Like it's so important that you do this if you want more. But anyway, I hope you guys had a lovely time. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week. Fucking clear out your hard drives, man. Like I've for the past 2-3 days I've been just clearing junk out of my hard drive that I don't use anymore, and it's saved up like at least 200 gigs from my 1 tera hard drive, and like it's still going. I still have more to get through. Fucking do it, man. Anyway, you guys take care, and take care of yourselves. All right, be good. Catch you later.